Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff for organizations for more than 40 years. Let's talk for a moment about the lunch or dinner meeting, the one that you're going to be sitting down and having a meal with a person or people from the organization that's thinking of hiring you. First thing I want to remind you of, the number one thing is, although it's over a meal, it's still an interview. So you have to be prepared to sell, but sell in a more casual way than you would in a meeting across a desk or in a conference room. So, number one, before you get to the restaurant, check the website, check the menu, make sure that there are things that are appropriate for your meals. Don't be surprised, be prepared. Number two, get to the restaurant a little bit early. Introduce yourself to the maitre d'. Hi, I'm here for a 2 o'clock reservation with so-and-so. Have they arrived yet? Yes, great. I'd like to be seated, but I want to use the restroom first. Head for the restroom, and this is your time to primp in advance. Now, I know women don't need any reminder of this, but guys do. So the reminder is, number one, check your hair. Number two is, if you're wearing a tie, make sure it's properly positioned, because after all, you may have been running to the restaurant or hustling to get to the restaurant. Things may have shifted a little bit around your neck, so you want to make sure it's in proper position. If it's hot out, you want to make sure you've had a chance to wash and dry your hands, because no one wants to shake hands with the sweaty palms. It's disgusting. If it's winter, you want to have a chance to warm them up. You also want to spend a minute or two focusing your efforts in order to be sure that you're able to be prepared as soon as you meet. And finally, in the primping phase, you want to have that big smile on your face, so when you greet someone and shake their hands, you're all warm and friendly and that sort of stuff. So you sit down for your meal. You follow the lead of your host or hostess, ensuring that they have their opportunity to ask questions. Invariably, a waiter will come over to the table and allow your host to say, "We'll need another minute," as you look at the menu that you've already seen, figure out what you want for the final time, and place your order. As you're asked questions, there's a point where they're going to shift from social pleasantries to work-related questions. If you have one person, remember, you're maintaining eye contact with them throughout. If you have, let's say, 3 other people at your table, and I'm going to illustrate this as though I had 3 people, one to the left, one straight ahead, one to my right, right? As I answer questions, I might start by talking to the person directly in front of me. Then I would look over to the side, look to this person, look to this person, and then finish up my answer by talking directly to the person who asked the question. I don't want them to be just staring at profile if they're on the side spots. You follow? Next, I forgot to mention, if you're asked if you'd like a drink, avoid the alcohol. Even if they're drinking, that's not what your purpose is for this meeting. Your purpose is to win the job, not to see who can throw back more than the other. Last point, try to be friendly throughout, while at the same point being deadly serious. Easiest way to do that, as you start answering questions, I'm trying to illustrate it here, you start by smiling as you talk. And then as the conversation goes a little bit further, you slip into serious mode. What this does is starts off by being friendly and then switches the other way, switches into serious. Firms, from my experience, like that approach. The other way around doesn't work as well. So again, to illustrate it, I'm talking in serious mode, and by the time I get to the end of the question, I'm like, this doesn't make sense, unless you're making a teasing remark at the end, which generally avoid. So that's my advice, my basic advice for the interview over lunch or dinner. Hope you found it helpful. I also want to encourage you, come over to my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I've got a lot more information there that will help you find work more quickly. You can also download copies of my books and guides to job hunting there. Pay what you want for them. I appreciate it if you paid something, but pay what you want. You can post your resume to a lot of sites from mine, search positions I'm recruiting for. Again, that's at thebiggamehunter.us. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you're a third-party recruiter or in a country that I would associate with scams or spam. Finally, if your current firm is trying to hire someone, send me an email at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let me know who to contact and whether I can mention your name. I'd love to help you firm staff positions. This is Jeff Altman. Have a great day. Take care.